The internet can sometimes be a gateway to the black market where you can buy or exchange almost anything, but some people are using it to trade children.
There's a disturbing practice of private rehoming or unregulated custody transfers, and it consists of adoptive parents signing their guardianship rights over to another adult when adoptions go south. Oftentimes, all it takes to transfer custody of a child is a notarized letter. Unfortunately for some of these children, they find themselves in a terrible and unsafe environment. Nita was one of those children.
I lived in Haiti till the age of 13, and I came to the U.S. For the next 5 years, I was traded between families. They traded me all online throughout the U.S.
Nita was moved between 4 different homes in Idaho and Ohio, sometimes being put on a plane with no idea where she was going, with only the clothes on her back. In one home, her foster parents even held a vote with the other children in the home to see if she should stay.
One morning, we were at the breakfast table. They had asked everybody to take a vote on who wanted me there and who didn't. I was voted out, and I ended up being right back to the Idaho family. At that point, I felt rejected, like nobody wanted me, and I was worthless. I was very, very depressed.
She continued to bounce around between families until she ended up in a home where she was sexually abused by her foster father.
I watched my foster dad abuse my little sisters. He sexually abused me, physically abused me, mentally abused me, and I just wanted it all to end. It was a living hell there. I wasn't expecting to come to the United States, which is supposed to be a better place, and my very own family took advantage of me.
Nita joins us today via Skype. Nita, welcome. We are so very sorry for everything that you've been through, and I thank you so much for shining a light on this terrible thing that you've been through and far too many kids are going through. Can you tell us how you eventually broke that cycle of being rehomed from one family to the next to the next?
I actually broke my cycle by going to a program called Mercy Ministries of America, and they helped me finding who I am in Christ and the truth about me and not what those homes had made of me. I stayed there for a year, and after I graduated, they found me a home with a nice mom, and she helped me through the things that I needed to work through.
How are you doing now?
Now I'm doing okay. I just take it day by day, I guess. I have a son. He helps me push through the day, but I can say it's easier than it was. But I definitely still battle with all the things that I went through.
Just to make it clear to our viewers, how many different homes were you put in over the years?
4 or 5 different homes.
And I understand you still have nightmares about your experience.
Yes, pretty much every day.
And this is something Nita experienced that many others are experiencing. A lot of folks have not heard of this whole concept of rehoming. We have family court attorney Allison Corley joining us today via Skype. Why are families doing this? You know, you would like to think that when a family adopts a child, their goal is to nurture that child, to be the mother and father of that child, but that is the opposite of what seems to be occurring here with this rehoming concept. Why are they adopting and then essentially sending children off to other families where they can be abused and harmed physically and emotionally?
You see a lot of this happening with overseas adoptions. Families from the United States adopt children from countries outside the United States. And a lot of these children might have had behavioral issues, emotional issues, physical disabilities. And these adoptive parents are not in a place where they can handle this. And so they kind of find themselves in this desperate situation where they're trying to get this child out of their home.